Yixin and Qianxin.
Please welcome the technical officials to the court of play.
From Thailand, the umpire, and Eddie Rufianto of Indonesia will be the service judge as we await the arrival of the players.
Competing for one of women's doubles.
Well, as we wait for the arrival of the number 4 seeds, C.Pedersen and Kamilla Juhl. There they are, the tall Danes, the European champions. The left-handed Kamilla Juhl, former gold medalist at World Championships in the mixed doubles. And her partner, a bronze medalist in those same World Championships, both in mixed doubles in Heidelberg in 2000. To say that I've been rejoined by C.Pedersen, head coach of the Danish team and European champions. Of course, they're seeded to get through to the semi-final stage, but it's a rather odd partnership that they're facing because these two Chinese players were regulars together. They got to number 2 in the world ranking. They've dropped way down to 31 because they haven't been playing together.
I guess Zhong Qianxin has been injured. That's at least what the 2 Danish girls told me. It's a long time since she's been playing Super Series, and while she's been out, Wang has been playing with another partner.
Qianxin. In fact, they won the Indonesia Premier Super Series event. Now, of course, this quarter-final is for the right to play the defending champions, the number 1 seeds, Wang and Yu Young, who defeated the number 11 seeds from Korea in this afternoon session. So there is Yixin, 20-year-old from Yixin in Hunan province, will turn 21 next month. Former world junior champion. Now you can see their win-loss record for the year, 3 in love, because they've only played 1 tournament together, and that was the US Open, a Grand Prix event, and you can see their world ranking, 31, but they've only played 4 tournaments in the last 12 months to count towards that world ranking. As I say, they did reach a high of 2. That was in November at the end of last year. My goodness me, rankings can drop quickly, can't they? So there is Kamilla Juhl from Skagen, right in the north of Jutland. Very tall athlete, 183, 29 years of age. And they've been in 1 final so far this year. That was the India Super Series event, a couple of semi-finals as well. As C.Pedersen, 27, she was very disappointed with her mixed doubles yesterday. Of course, she and Jochen Fischer-Nielsen, the Olympic bronze medalists, but lost out yesterday to Shin Baek-chul and Hae-won in 3 games. Well, they have played each other once previously. That was in the semi-final of that Malaysian Open Super Series event at the beginning of 2012. And as you can see, it was 2 straight games. In fact, the Danes went on to win that Malaysian Super Series. That's the only Super Series title they've ever won together. But as we look at the Chinese coaches, I did think that the Danish combination yesterday against the number 10 seeds, Duang Anong Arungkison and Kunchela Vorovici Chaikul, were very, very impressive. 21-17, 21-10. Now, I know that you had a chance to talk to the new I said new head coach, the head coach that took over from Yixin as far as Denmark is concerned. I know you had a chat to him a little earlier, and I know you've spoken to both the Danish players. So after the introductions from the umpire, we'll get you to give us the inside scoop of what the tactics are, because they obviously have won their only previous encounter, obviously know what to do. It's a question of whether they can implement it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Yixin, Zhong, China. On my left, Christinna, Pedersen, and Kamilla, Juhl, Denmark. Christinna, Pedersen to serve to Zhong, level play.
So the European champions, the number 4 seeds from Denmark, Christinna, Pedersen and Kamilla, quarter-final underway.
Service forward, 1 love.
So, Steen, there is a clear game plan of what they need to do?
Yeah, they've only played them once, but they feel that they're playing a bit like that time, only a little bit better, both of the players, and I think they're going to try to put a lot of pressure on Zhong, Qianxin. Feel that the best Chinese position is Bao at the net and Qianxin at the backcourt, so they want to try to exploit that. Problems here in the beginning for the Danes, a bit of misunderstandings, and there is a lead from playing the Thailand pair to playing these two Chinese. That's a different kind of level they're facing, so they have to be at their best, or at least very, very close to their best. So if they play defense, I think they'll try to chase Qianxin from one side of the court to another, try not to let Bao intercept at the net, perhaps try to flick a lot to her. Yeah. Try to play clever, attack themselves, not using excessive power, try to stay in balance all the time, because otherwise you're in big problems here with the wind and so.
So do you think they'll try and take the pace out of the shuttle as well?
No,
perhaps?
no. Perhaps in the attack. I mean, could once in a while be better to block it the first time to get a better chance. I think on the side they're standing right now, they will be firing away to see if they can create bigger chances. Hopefully they'll target Qianxin. Yeah, they will. That's good play from the Danes.
3-4.
So the whole idea is to, in attack, not open up for counter-attacking chances. So if they don't get through, then they can play defense from a good position. Excellent shot there. And when I say chasing Qianxin from side to side, it will be by quite flat lifts, no high lifts, not giving any time to her. Fusion there. The problem for Christinna Pedersen is that both partners have been injured in in the run-up to this tournament. Broken fissure in his knee, and Kamilla Juhl had a small tear in one of her neck muscles. Very strange injury.
A very good interception. Christinna, of course, I have to ask you the obvious question with the Chinese pair and the fact that they're 31 in the world ranking. How did they get the number 7 seed?
Yeah, it's because towards the seedings you're allowed to have notional ranking count, and that means that when they've only played 4 tournaments, you divide the points by 4 and then multiply it with 10 to get a sort of artificial scoring amount.
Yeah, artificial ranking, yeah. Well, there's no doubting their quality, and I mean the ranking of 31 is so unrealistic of their standard when you look at last year for this Chinese pair, and they reached 5 finals, winning 2 of them, and the tournaments that they didn't win last year, which was out of 10 tournaments played, they failed to win 8 of them, and on all the 8 they lost the eventual winners of the tournament.
Which was perhaps Chinese pairs.
Yeah. Now, of course, when they lost the final of the India Super Series, it was a Korean pair, but so they lost 3 finals as well, but you know, when they lost, obviously, they're losing to the best in the tournament, so they are a class act. And they really do deserve to be seeded.
That's it. Excellent play by the Danes.
Very much targeting Qianxin, as you suggested they would. Just long.
But still not a good third shot, because we really don't want to get into any flat game 50-50 situations with the Chinese, because they're very, very strong in that part of the game. Block by Qianxin. That's it. No, block it.
It's a good rally.
It's very easy for the Danes to become a little bit undisciplined here.
What, deviate? When you say that, you mean deviate from the game plan?
They simply put too many shots at the bow, and if you're watching, you can see, you will see whenever they play bow, she plays good quality shots. She plays clever shots, so very rarely giving away opportunities to the Danes. So they should really try to avoid letting her touch the shovel.
And of course, both the Chinese players, former world junior champions, but with different partners. Yeah, she's got a powerful smash as the tall left-hander. Yeah, and a little look.
Yeah, a little look. Yeah, and we also saw Qianxin look at Kamilla. Said, what was that? And for the Chinese girl, it's not so nice having her service return killed like that.
No. So, all level, 10 all. Yeah.
Pick up Christinna.
11-10.
On a run of 4 straight points, they go to the mid-game interval. The number 4 seeds with a 1-point advantage.
不要去重杀他，
Tommy, is
重
that
杀他，他
Cameron
两边给你反击的
who's
你
coaching
很
for
难受。下一盘，吊他，吊，拉，不要着急，他们自然而然他们漏洞就出来了。
Talking a lot to Yixin.
中前线也是这样，进攻里面一定不要着急。
And of course the Danes must expect the Chinese to sort of react to what's going on. So they need to have both plan 1A and plan 1B ready.
Call 1 to 20 seconds. Call 1 to 20 seconds.
There's a couple of choices for the Chinese here. I mean, they've actually been playing well. It's no big deal, 11-10, but perhaps they would expect to be a little bit ahead at the moment. So they could go a little bit more aggressive, or they could go a little bit more defense and try to make some agreements on how to get
11-10.
Yixin to be part of the rallies. It's also a little bit, was the split, was it because they didn't really got their game going? I wouldn't think so. So they should be confident. But if it was, then there might be some psychological side to it as well.
Yeah.
It's so important for Kamilla that she takes these rushes to the net and become a threat to her opponents.
Yeah, not only will they be fearful of playing anywhere back to the net, but also obviously stops Yixin from going to the net herself.
Yeah. And probably creating some lifts later on. Good flick to Bao. Excellent.
No, this is a superb run because it's 6 straight points. And of course, Qianxin really hasn't played at this level all year, because with all due respect, the US Grand Prix gold, not the all the top players in the world as happens at the Super Series events.
Once again.
Yeah.
14-10.
And I actually think it was a bit on purpose that Kamilla changed the direction of her service, because last time she'd been putting it more to the middle of the court. Now it was the middle of the service field.
Yeah. But that's clever, very clever.
Strange serve. Touched by Kamilla. Very alert by the umpire. I think he was correct.
clever.
There's a line to get to the net. And that confused the Danes. Both of them wanted to go for that one. A little bit lucky for the Chinese.
Well, you're talking about the psychology of this Chinese pair and whether it's been injury problems or whatever other reason that they haven't been playing together. The mere fact that Yixin has been playing with Qianxin and they've done so well in international terms puts pressure on Qianxin because she will know that unless she performs here at these World Championships, perhaps...
She's out of that partnership again.
Exactly.
So there's a hurricane double.
Yeah, I really do rate her. I can remember the first time I saw her and I thought what a talent she was, because she has that awareness, doesn't she, of where to go, where to hit the shuttle, what to look for. Her positioning on court.
So she very rarely creates problems for herself and her partner when she has the shuttle.
Is that something you coach, or is that something that's just a natural talent with a player?
The shot placement?
That awareness of reading the game and the shot placement.
I think you need to coach that because it's becoming more and more clear that it's a big part of the game, and if one player in a double is a little bit unaware of the tactics and is not recognizing the situations well, then that player will get all the shots. Like what's going on here.
But my point is that if Yixin has been taught this, why on earth hasn't Qianxin been taught it? And why doesn't she have that same feel and understanding?
That's a very good question, and we could pass it on to Morten Frost because he can't understand why players aren't thinking the way he does. Why they aren't seeing the same thing. And I mean, if they did that, he would never have won so many tournaments as he did. It's simply some players rely on other things. Some players rely on physical abilities, technical skills, and so on. And then once in a while, you get a player or two who has it all.
Yeah.
Danes are not really looking confident, even though I think they're playing well. They're not looking confident. Some misunderstandings once in a while. And, can't really remember how the tournament went in Indonesia, but they lost the deciding match against Japan in the Sudirman Cup, and perhaps they're a little bit in a lack of confidence.
It's a good return. Wonderful use of the mid-court area.
17-14.
It's guiding the shuttle in a steep downward direction. Past Yixin and the shuttle landing way in front of Qianxin.
Service returns.
Service over. 18-15.
The question you have to ask yourself as the Chinese is, are we serving well enough? Because that's to turn it around. And might be the Danes that are returning really well, but it also might be us not serving good enough.
Yeah, I'd question whether the Chinese pair are actually varying their serve enough.
Yeah.
Might be quite tight over the net. To me, there's not enough variation.
Yeah, we saw Kamilla giving it too much power. Steep.
It's going wide.
Stop for the Danes.
19-15.
It's so easy to get a little bit eager now. It's going well. We have a 3-point lead. We really want to win this game, but you can't focus on that. You have to focus on how you want to play. And believe that if you play in the right way, points are going to follow. Kamilla just killed the flying insect, I think.
We had the most wonderful, beautiful, great big moth in the stadium the other evening. Very glad nobody did for that.
Sweet.
That's good.
Excellent play by Yixin.
Service over. 16-19.
Again, I feel this little hesitation amongst the Danes. Variation he called for before Juhl was there, but Kamilla Juhl was ready for it, and that's so important that you don't let your opponents succeed in these variations to the services. It's hard to get confidence when it's knocked down immediately.
Game point opportunities, 4 of them, number 4 seeds. First one is squandered.
17-20.
Kamilla's struggling a bit with the short services. Even when it comes over, the shuttle takes a strange flight. Trajectory.
This time, second time of asking. And the European champions close out the opening game. 21-17 in 21 minutes. And so far, the Danes' tactics are working. Yeah, confirmation. And number 1 to the number 4 seeds, C.Pedersen and Kamilla Juhl.
They'll of course be discussing what small changes they need to do, playing up against the wind here, and the Chinese will have to talk a little bit more on how they can get the game going on their terms. Very important start now in the second game, because the Chinese are definitely looking to get some confidence, to get some belief that the side change and the coaching has benefited them. Whereas if the Danes should come off to a flying start here, I think they'll be hard to stop.
Pretty relaxed, not as if they're enjoying themselves. That may be a ploy just to help on the relaxation.
Yeah. There might creep a little bit of thoughts and nervousness into their heads as well. They had a very big chance at the Olympics, had a winnable quarterfinal against the Japanese pair. Not an easy match, but still winnable, and very winnable semi-final. So it was actually a silver they played for against the Japanese, silver or nothing, and it ended up in nothing. Even though they'd beaten the pair that actually ended up winning the Olympics. Kamilla and Christinna beat them
In the group.
yeah.
Qianxin and Zhao Yunlei, of course, and ended up winning the gold medal. The Japanese pair you were talking about, Fuji and Kakiwa.
1-4.
That was quite a bit out. And now I would ask the Danes to be very alert on the front court, because the Chinese know the wind just as well as anyone else. So they're going to attack now.
2-4.
Yes, good. That's a marvellous flip serve.
It takes a lot to launch a serve like that when
Yeah.
you just put, or your partners just put a lift way out.
Drift can't change, can it?
No. But you just flick like you used to, but don't use quite as much power. And the Danes, they have to just put it away. Baseline.
To me, as if they're just a little bit tentative on their lifts. I think they need to be a little more positive from this side of the court.
Yeah, they need to move one step closer to the net, and they need to get more length on their lifts. That's the first thing you want to think about when your opponents are killing attack at you and are lifting well enough.
And it's a nice switch on the attacking play.
Very strong on the third shots when serving to Yixin. Danish double team. It's put a lot of emphasis on the service situation. A lot of analysis going on.
There's the serve returning third shot that I think is the best quality of the former world number ones in the men's doubles, Bo and Mogensen.
Yeah.
Of course, they will be on court following this quarter-final.
Another good service return, because it forces, even though Yixin gets to return it, it forces her to play from below tape, and I mean, she's hardly killing any shuttles that way.
The sort of movement and the sort of awareness that I was talking about earlier. Look, she's moved, she knows it's going to go across court. As soon as her partner had played it, she was getting herself in position. Lovely play. Right idea, just wide.
Service over.
They're staying too far back right now, the Danes. They need to push one step forward. Save, easy.
That's perhaps where the Danes should have varied the attacking play.
Yeah, I agree. When you make saves like that, you really want to win the rally, and that means that you get too tensed.
That's a lovely shot.
10-7.
I feel that it's a clear Chinese momentum at the moment. The flick serves have done what they should. They've just prevented the Danes from being too quick on the short service.
11-7.
What a miss. 4 straight points. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, the advantage is with the Chinese pair. Number 7 seeds are 11-7 up in the second game. The Danes, though, having won the first. So what do you think Lars Ulrich is saying to them now?
I'm hoping he's saying that they need to move one step forward, and they're lifting a bit too short.
Og alle deres løft og alle deres tryk går derover imod.
Ja,
Derover. Over mod os. Ikke?
And that they should be a little bit more patient in the attack. Still very, very important not to get out of balance, be able to be 2 players to cover the court.
So 11-7, second game.
It's the right idea from Kamilla. Too long.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steen. There's a most definite shift in momentum. Six straight points for the Chinese pair.
Service over. 8-14. Service over. 14-8.
And it's all good.
Service over. 9-14.
I'm virtually looking straight down that line. I have my doubts, but there's no argument from the Chinese players.
And the Danes are not handling the service situation very well right now. They're caught in a net player, background player position, and that's not good.
will go the full distance in this women's doubles quarterfinal.
They've totally lost it, the Danes. They're totally confused right now. They play the service situation and they get beat up in it. And it's not important, just lift it and start all over. Tasting their own medicine right now. They're getting lured into playing and playing style that is not going to win this match for them.
Chinese pair have just won 11 out of the last 13 points.
Yeah, that's better. It's too high, but still better. Letting this set go, the Danes.
A little confusion between the two Chinese players as to their formation, who's supposed to be receiving. Umpires put them right. Not interested now in the second game, the Danes.
19-10. Service over, 11-19.
Both pairs probably focusing on the third game that we're going to have here. 4-1.
Well, the Danes don't like the call, but seeing as they're more than happy to almost give up on this second game, I don't see the point in arguing. Game point opportunities, 8 of them, Service fault ball, would you believe it?
Service over, 30-20.
The most important thing for the Danes right now is to work out what are we going to do with the service situation, because this flick serve from the Chinese has worked.
This time they convert, it is one game apiece.
Then given by Zhong and Zhong
21-13 confirms the umpire. Just shy of the 40-minute mark.
这个节奏就对上了，防守，对吧？包括中场控制，这个节奏一定要破坏它，不能停，你们一定要停一下，然后破坏他的节奏，顺着他的节奏打，他们很顺，知道？停顿一下，来挡网，停顿一下，给他起来。发球发得好了啊，继续啊！
两个人要实现啊，还是以 抢完以后一定要注意中半场，他不会随便挑的，全是推怼中半场，贴紧一点。如果他挑的话，有时间去打，有时间去不行拉高一点防给他，打那种高一点的球，千万不要给那种很平的，对吧？要有信心啊，郑建新，加油啊！这第二局打得很好啊，你发球发得很好，要配合后场，然后后场跟往前结合着发。
Well, I think the Chinese coaches are pretty happy with their pair. Momentum with them. They know that they'll have their favoured end to finish the match.
Probably looking to win the first part of the third game as well, because they must expect the Danes to have a new plan when they change ends in the middle of the third game here. So you can't just wait for the change of ends. You have to adjust your own tactics as well in the beginning.
Hot 1 to 20 seconds. Hot 1 to 20 seconds.
So the formula for the Danes is work out the service situation and then stick to the overall game plan of putting pressure on Qianxin.
Service over. 1 love.
It's a good serve.
Service over. 1 all.
11-8. Play.
Qianxin. Very good third shot from Qianxin.
2-1.
That's lovely little control, isn't it, again?
Yeah. And totally different from the shot she made the last time she had it there, which was almost a clear, at least to the back of the Danish court.
Good serve.
4-1.
The Danes, they have to try to stick with it and sort of stay within striking distance and hope for a bit of tension, because it's definitely not going their way.
Service over. 9-14.
Service over. 2-4.
Oh, no service fall short of the front service line. And that's a pity from her perspective, because that just skimmed over the net.
Well played, well played.
Service over. 3-5. Service over. 6-3.
Well, that was unusual movement from Christinna, the flick serve, and then she went back in court to receive the clear.
Yeah. Again, trying too much on these smashes. I mean, even if it would have gone over, it wouldn't have been a winner. That's what the Danes need to do on the short services and in the rallies if they get a chance to it. Play the middle court, play the net, soft shots. They seem to have the upper hand against the Chinese in that particular part of the game. and then sort of get a grip in the rest of the game. But you can see that Kamilla is struggling with the short services.
Yeah, she served too short, so the last service she had, that time serving into the net.
It's a good thing the last time Qianxin served to the left shoulder of Christinna, this time the hot right.
Nice block.
And again, too hard smash. This is not an attacking position. Easy, that's better. Clever smashes by the Chinese. Danes needs to move forward. No, it's a mess.
Would, you know, can you just elaborate on that? Because, you know, I'm watching that rally and I'm saying to myself, what a great rally.
Yeah, it was from the Chinese point of view, but like we discussed in some of the other matches, if they play down in the practice hall, probably the Chinese will win. Because skill-wise, they're better. So the Danes have to be very disciplined, and they have to have agreements on what are we actually going to do. And if they don't do that, then it becomes sort of one-woman actions, and not a double pair action.
Okay. I understand better now. So that previous one, not that last rally, but the previous one, when Christinna Pedersen went for that, either she shouldn't have tried to, it wasn't really hers to intercept, or she tried to play it too hard.
Or probably it was something that there was no agreement upon, so we try to save it and see what happens. And if you do that too many times, you're going to lose. And several smashes in the rally went to Yixin, and they shouldn't.
Yeah.
They should smash at Qianxin, and then if she is playing a good defense, then we have to find out how can we variate it, unless we think that all of a sudden Yixin has become worse in defense than Zhong Qianxin, and that's not the case. There's 3 really important points for the Danes here, because they were on their way out of this match.
But that was a good variation on serve, serving out wide.
Yeah.
That level.
I thought it looked long, but just stayed in. I feel it's the Chinese that are a little bit undisciplined now.
Ooh, only just in. Caught the outside edge of the line. That's a good smash. Back quick to the flick serve.
But I don't understand why they flick Qianxin. I mean, it's a good idea to have her at the net.
Yeah, and when you just won 3 points, was it, or 4 points when you off Christinna's good low serving?
Yeah, good return. You can still see that it's mainly when Qianxin has the shuttle that we can score the points. We can also see that they've moved Yixin out, so when Qianxin is smashing, Yixin is covering the other half. So instead of moving her side to side, we just move her from one side to the middle and then to the other side. That prevents Yixin from coming backwards. What a change.
10-9.
6 of the last 7 points going the Danish way.
There's a lot of it is about confidence now and having a little bit of success with the small variations that you put in your game.
Now, can she serve? Throws in the flick. Yeah, well, the European champions do have the advantage of the change of ends. 7 of 8 points. Oh, it's been very odd, the little shifts in momentum. Can you hear any of this?
Ja, lige præcis. Og så bare frem i den, ligesom I gør her. Vi kan ikke tage dem dernede, hvor vi står. Ikke så holder de presset.
Varierer de saver lige lidt
The third and deciding game once you've changed ends and you're finishing on what you perceive as the worst end, the bad end. It was always very, very important to me to win the first point after that change of ends.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I mean,
Yeah.
the first 2 rallies could be 11 all or it could be 13-9.
Yeah.
But yeah, the important thing actually is to focus on what you want to do, and because you could be just unlucky.
Yeah.
11-9, play.
That's good.
But it's a good call.
Yeah, and that's unlucky for the Chinese, so they shouldn't be unsatisfied because it was the right idea.
Up goes the flick serve again. She sort of overran that, didn't she? And still managed to control it.
The Danes, the last time they played this side, they were lured into attacking too much.
Service over, 13-11.
It's so important that Kamilla Juhl takes these rushes.
Well, of the two Danes, it looks as if it's the left-hander who's really feeling the nerves.
And they need to play the baseline now, but it's difficult when you're feeling a little tensed.
Yeah. The Chinese pair didn't want to change the shuttle, but it had already been put in the recycling box, so finding the correct one would have been impossible, so they've had to take a new shuttle. 1 point in it.
I have a feeling that Danes think they have to do too much. The service situation is not that important. You can easily play.
It's clever. Oozes quality, and quite frankly at the moment she's oozing confidence as well, Yixin. And the more experienced players are not dealing with the pressure.
Looks like the Danes are really afraid of lifting.
So the number 7 seeds from China back into the lead in this deciding game. C.Pedersen, we didn't see it, but I can tell you that she walked to the back of the courts, talking to her coaches as if to say, what do I do to calm her down?
Yeah.
5 straight points by the Chinese pair. Well, they're all feeling the nerves. That's understandable. Talking to each other, encouraging each other.
Service over. 15-16.
Class advice from the coaches. This is crucial. Can she hold her nerve on her serve? Yep.
C.Pedersen.
She should know that Bao is playing the net all the time now whenever she has the chance, trying to keep the net.
We're 2 minutes shy of the hour mark. It is 1 game all, 16 all.
Excellent. Good interception by Kamilla Juhl.
17-16.
Chinese never got out of the pressure in the service situation.
Good serve again.
Out. Good call, Steve.
18-16.
Don't know about the players calming down. I think I need to calm you down too.
There'll be lots of nerves on both sides of the net now. Now, Christinna returning the serve from Qianxin. Afraid of a flicker or a serve towards the left shoulder.
she didn't stretch over the net.
And two Danes rushing towards her. And she did stretch over the net.
Well.
At least it was very close.
Well, it wasn't called by the umpire.
And that's actually okay in a situation like this.
Yeah. 18 for the match time. Just ticks over the hour mark. And nothing to choose between these two pairs. Short.
That's where I would direct the shot to Qianxin.
2 points away, the European champions from the World Championships semi-final. And it's 2 big points. But for the Danes,
let's see if the service situation, the service problem that Kamilla has experienced, have they influenced Christinna's serve? Normally very, very good server.
yeah, good serve again.
That's good.
It is 2 match point opportunities for the European champions. Well, if you could choose which one of the Danes you wanted serving at match point, you'd choose C.Pedersen. What will she do? Held the serve for an age. Disastrous second game. They held their nerve from 4-8 down in the decider. They've beaten the number 7 seeds Yixin and Zhong, and the number 4 seeds from Denmark, Christinna and Kamilla Juhl, are guaranteed a medal at the World Championships.
Match won by C.Pedersen.
They will face the defending champions in tomorrow's semi-final. But what a thrilling contest. The Danes celebrate. Christinna is going to throw a racket to the fans. The crowd here absolutely loving it.
There's fighting in the audience.
Their confirmation of the score, 21-17, 13-21, 21-18 in an hour and 2 minutes. And the Danes are through to the semi-final of the World Championships. So just one more match to complete quarterfinals day here at the Wang BWF World Championships. It's men's doubles and it features the Olympic silver medalists and number 3 seeds Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen, more Danes. They're up against Angga Pratama and Rian Agun Saputra of Indonesia, the number 10 seeds. Well, after the excitement of that women's doubles, now we need to go and get Steen a nice cup of tea, help him calm down, because of course